All right, what's going on YouTube? And it's been a minute since I did a video, but I wanted to post something up. Here are 5 ways that you can increase your personal value just by practicing these. So first one, write it down. Write down your goals, write down what you want to do. It's been statistically proven that working from a to-do list increases your production. So just writing it down, some people may debate that, but if you write it down, you can write down lists in different ways. Just writing down what it is that you're doing, whether it be on a day-to-day base or some projects that you need to get done or goals that you want to reach, write it down. There's something magical that happens when we use our hands and writing, and we're thinking it, we're writing it, we're speaking it as we're writing it, and communicating with our subconscious mind. And it's not like a magical thing happens, but if you're serious enough about your goals and what it is that you want to accomplish, writing it down doesn't really seem like a big step, but it helps to develop clarity, and clarity is absolutely power. Clarity is power. Power in the sense of the ability to get results. So become clear about what it is that you're doing and serious enough about it to write it down. Number 2 is be glad, smile, exercise the attitude of gratitude, as you may have heard before. Being grateful, being glad, and bringing the spirit of gladness with you and just smiling like from the heart. It doesn't matter if you're around people or not, just being happier, being a more cheerful and joyful person, and expressing gratitude for the things that you like, for what you have, even for what you don't yet have, but especially being grateful for what's around you regardless. And that's like one of the pillars of personal power, to accept yourself where you are, how you are exactly right now, and having that. So expressing gratitude for that raises your vibration. It brings you in a state where you're more perceptive of things around you that you already have, tools, resources that you can use. And it also makes God and the angels and the universe want to bring more things to you because you're being grateful. And even people, when you're grateful to people around you, they want to do more for you, Number 3, meditate. Spend quiet time with yourself. This is something that my brain is always going, constantly just going. So I have to set time for myself, just quiet time. Where I'm not even writing or listening to any music, I'm just relaxing. And meditation can go so deep, so not to be this woo, taboo, or scary type of thing. A very simple way to meditate is to calm yourself mentally, sit still, mentally calm your body, relax your body, and then begin to focus on one thing. Something that you can focus on can be your breath, your breathing in and out, paying attention to how, and here comes a phone call. Back with me? I had to take that call real quick. So where were we? It was like this to you, but meditation. Number 3, meditation. Number 1, just a little recap. Number 1 is writing it down and being clear about what it is that you want to do, what you got. Number 2, glad. Be glad. Just be glad. All right, exercise the attitude of gratitude to help you overcome adversities. Whenever you're met with a challenge, smile about it, but don't just throw on a smile and fake it till you make it, but really choose to be happy, choose to be grateful, and really want to be that. Number 3, meditate, spending that quiet time with yourself. It allows you to become more intimate with yourself. It allows you to listen to yourself and know what's going on. Our emotions can be these fleeting things, like waves. What does the scripture say? Unstable man is, it says something about like just being indecisive. You unstable in all your ways, So when you're able to listen to yourself and be clear and just focus on your breathing, what it does is it lowers the resistance of your thoughts. We have this internal conversation going on in our mind, but when we listen to us and we hear the voices in our head, I'm not the only crazy guy, but we really listen to what conversation is happening inside of us, then we're able to more control the narration. right? And I look at meditation as really a meeting of the minds between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, where you can consciously be thinking that, oh, I'm going in this direction, but subconscious is like, no, you don't believe it and you don't want it for real. But when we meditate, it's like, the subconscious and the conscious have a sit down at the boardroom table, and they're able to say, well, I'm on this page. Oh, geez, I'm on that page. Well, let's sync up and get on the same page. And if it's not in your subconscious mind, honestly, and that's probably a whole nother lesson in itself. But if you're not impacting and imprinting upon your subconscious mind, then changing a paradigm or creating new habits just become very burdensome and more of a chore. I digress. Number 4, your association. Birds of a feather flock together. I know you've heard it before. If you're hanging around 4 broke people, you're bound to be the 5th, right? It's like our income is the average of our 5 closest friends. So begin to, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you, right? So just associate with people that are aspiring to do greater things, that have a vision greater than where they are, because we're here to grow naturally. Now, if we grow with purpose, then that, increases the production of our growth, to say it that way. Hang around people that, are going where you want to go, are doing what it is that you want to do. People who have done it already, people who have a higher income than you, who earn more than you. Begin to raise your association. This also helps to develop your posture. Hanging around people who are actively producing success in their lives, you begin to take that on. And as they, you look around and you're like, whoa, my income is coming up, or, just your value as an individual, because you have more value to share as you receive more, and as you build more. So that's number 4, your association. 5 is accept constructive challenges. Now, this one has been really big for me, especially this year, 2015, when I wrote these. Me and a friend of mine were just going through, what does it take to be a millionaire? How can we make more money? And how can we increase our value? And that's how these 5 things got wrote down on a Post-it that I don't have with me. But accepting constructive challenges has been very fun, because I've been very subtly even challenged to do certain things. A friend of mine was like, well, hey, why don't you do stand-up comedy? And I was like, I'm funny, goofy, but I've never really seriously considered that. But when he said it, I'm like, hey, here's a constructive challenge. So, even this was like yesterday when it happened. So I was looking at some stand-up comedians, how to write jokes and all this stuff. Let me do a stand-up, an 8-minute session one time. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll bomb, but hey, scratch it off the bucket list, right? And it helps to develop you and make you even better. So accepting constructive challenges is, I don't even know if I can really stress the importance of that. Things that you challenge yourself to do to become better, challenge yourself to reach goals, challenge yourself to create new habits, challenge yourself to, change your associations, challenge yourself to meditate more often, challenge yourself to write down goals, etc. You begin to accept these constructive challenges, and it just makes you want to get them done. Like, oh, this is a challenge, I can do that. And you're coming into it from the beginning knowing that, okay, this is a challenge, it may be something that I haven't done, and you can allow yourself to be insignificant in this new area until you develop to a point where now you become significant and you're able to share advice in it, etc. Right? So those are the 5 things to recap. Number 1, write it down, have clarity. Whether you're working from a to-do list or you just write down your monthly goals, write down what it is that you want to do. It will definitely and dramatically help to change your life as you make this a habit. Number 2, just be glad. Exercise the attitude of gratitude and be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the things around you. Be grateful, right? Just smile more often. Just walk around like, geez, and then they like, what's wrong with him? He's a weirdo. Geez, what's wrong with her? She just smiling. Smile. You'll stand out in a positive way also. Number 3, meditation. To meditate every week is really good. To meditate on a daily basis is even better. Setting out time, and it doesn't have to be like, I'm going to meditate for an hour. It could be 3 minutes of just sitting in your car and, just block everything out for a moment. Don't worry about the emails and Twitters and notifications. Put blocking mode on your phone, and just for 3 minutes, just kind of focus on one thing. Breathe through your diaphragm, in and out. Focus on the breath coming in and out of your nose, or down through your throat, or your belly button going in and out. Just focus on one thing, and as your thoughts start to, go here and go there, once you become conscious of that, just anchor back to your breathing, right? 4, your association. Hang around more of the people that are doing what you want to do, that are aspiring to have better, have greater. Number 5, accepting constructive challenges, being challenged to go and volunteer, challenged to do stand-up comedy, challenges to do videos. I was challenged, to get into different online programs. So those 5 things, they've been helping me out as I do these. So that's why I wanted to share this video. And here's another one, the 6th one that I've noticed from this is your sense of urgency. Develop a greater sense of urgency. Do it now. Do it now. Let me do it now. Let me get it done. Once you get a challenge or there's something that you need to do, or you write it down on your list, okay, let me do it now. Okay, boom, let me check it off. That feels good. Write down things that you're absolutely going to do, whether you write it down or not. Write those down and then mark them off the list. It feels good. You see progress, and that's what we want. We want to be able to see progress. So developing your sense of urgency. There's a quote that stood out to me for years. One of my mentors, I'm grateful I got to meet him too. His name was Robert Allen. If you can research him, he was, real estate, internet guru, mogul type guy. But he had a quote that says, if something is worth doing, it's worth doing wrong. And I remember when I heard this quote, and at first I didn't get it, but then I start thinking about it, and we can sometimes try to be like perfectionists. Oh, I want to wait till, it's perfect. I'm going to get a haircut before I do a video, or I'm going to have the right outfit, or I'm going to be in the right back. Listen, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing wrong. Windows. This company they're global. Bill Gates, they're one of the largest and most profitable companies on the planet. And they do this stuff all the time. With Windows 8, when they pushed it out, it wasn't ready. It was ready enough, but they pushed it out, and there was several updates when it first came out, just update after update. But what it does when you put something out there, I'm not saying just throw out trash, put, some effort into it and put gladness into it when you're doing it, but it helps you to increase your sense of urgency, because you put it out there and you're like, wow, I got to get it done. I got to keep going. And now, instead of just waiting for the perfect thing sitting on the shelf 3, 4, 5 months later, or even years later, you put something out there and it sparks you to continue to make it better. So if it's worth doing, it's worth doing wrong. Put it out there. Do it. Get some feedback and then make it better. All right. So I hope these things have helped you. My name is Keenan Dejan. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. My blog. I blog sometimes about stuff, business, whatever. So subscribe, share, or no. But that's it. Peace.